It's that wonderful time of year again where we are going to be turning the clocks ahead an hour coming up next weekend, which means we lose an hour of sleep. Coming up in this video, I'm going to share some tips with you guys on how to help your baby or child transition through this wonderful spring ahead. Hi guys, I am Crystal Aseski from Not in Dream Sleep Consulting. I'm here to share with you today some tips on how you can help your child adjust to the new time change that is coming up on March 12th, 2023. So the first thing that I am going to say, no matter which route you choose to deal with this time change, the number one thing that you should have are some excellent blackout curtains in your baby or child's room, because now with the clocks going ahead, there's going to be more light in the morning, there's going to be more light in the evening, and this can really impact your child's sleep. It can affect how long they sleep, it can affect how quickly they get to sleep at night, and things like that. So you really do not want any light coming in the window at all, because even the slightest bit of light can inhibit the production of melatonin in your baby or child's body, and we need that melatonin in our body to help us sleep, and it's a hormone that is naturally produced in the evenings when the sun goes down, and it tells our body that it's almost time, it's almost ready for us to go to sleep. And then as throughout the night, the melatonin helps you to sleep throughout the night, and then it starts to taper off in the morning, which is when you start getting into lighter sleep until you wake up in the morning. So must have black curtains. I cannot emphasize it enough. It is really something that's going to help you, and not just with daylight savings times. This is going to help you with sleep year round. Having blackout curtains in your window is a must, especially if your child is still napping during the day. Again, it's during the day, it's light outside. Any little light that's coming in that room can cause problems with sleep. It, again, inhibits the production of melatonin. And also, if your child's room is too light, they can get distracted by things in the room that they are seeing, whether it be their toys or, whatever things are in the room that they can see. My rule of thumb is you really want to try to have your child's room dark to the point where you cannot see your hand in front of your face. That is a good rule of thumb. If you can't see your hand in front of your face, then your child cannot see things in the room that will distract them and keep them awake. So blackout curtains, 100%. The Tommy Tippy makes some excellent blackout curtains that you can have in your room, or they have ones that you can take on the go. So if you're visiting someone's home and your child has to nap there, these blackout curtains are amazing for that. But my absolute favorite blackout curtain product is the Blackout Easy window coverings. These are incredible because they are adjustable to all window sizes. They completely block out all light from the window, so you will not have any light coming in at all. And the best part about them is that there is no hardware needed to install them in your windows. So I'm going to include some links in the description below. So if you'd like, you can visit one of my Amazon shops where you can get the Tommy Tippy blackout curtains, or there will also be a link for the Blackout Easy window coverings, and they are fantastic, and they are definitely going to be needed for this upcoming time change and all year round. Okay, so let's get into ways that you can help your child transition through this spring ahead time change. The very first thing you can do is just choose to do nothing. You can just continue with your regular scheduled routine. So even if the clock has sprung ahead, you're still going to wake them up at their usual time. So for example, if they usually wake up at 7 in the morning, even though the clock has sprung ahead to 8, so 7 a.m. is now 8 a.m., you're still going to wake them up when your clock says 7 a.m. and then carry on with your day. This is fine for children who are not that sensitive to schedule changes, and you know your child best. So if you know that they adjust fairly easily, just carry on with your schedule as normal, and it might take them about a week to get used to the new time change, but they will adjust. Now, another great advantage to not doing anything is for you parents out there who are dealing with your child waking up super early every morning and you don't know how to fix it. This daylight savings spring ahead is going to be your best friend because it is going to help you. So like I said before, so say for example, your baby is waking at 5:30 a.m. every morning, which is what we consider a very early waking. Anything before 6 a.m. is an early waking. So if your baby is waking at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., now that's going to be 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. because the clock has sprung ahead. And so just go with it. Like, get them up at 6:30, and now everything throughout the day is going to be an hour later. So their naps are going to be an hour later, their bedtime is going to be an hour later, and then their wake up time is going to be an hour later. So fix those early morning wake ups with this time change. Now, if you are a parent who is completely set with your schedule, you like your schedule, it's working for you and your family and your child, especially if you have a child that needs to go to school or daycare, or you work outside the home and you know everyone has to be up at a certain time each morning, then these tips are for you. So what you want to do is essentially start shifting your schedule gradually each day up until the day when the clocks spring ahead. So with that, I want to say, if your child is very, very sensitive to changes in their routine and schedule, you want to do this super gradually, and you want to try and do it in about 10-minute increments. So starting tonight, or, you know, sorry, this video is a little bit late, but you could have started yesterday, but I think you can still start today and still get the results. So starting tonight, you want to put your child to bed 10 minutes earlier than you usually would. And then tomorrow you're going to wake them up 10 minutes earlier. Their nap is going to be 10 minutes earlier. And then at bedtime, you're going to go 10 minutes earlier again. So for example, say tonight, say your child's bedtime is usually 7 p.m. Tonight, you're going to put them down at 6:50. Tomorrow night, you're going to put them down at 6:40, and so on and so forth. So you're going to shift your whole schedule back by 10 minutes each day until you have reached the full hour. And then when the clocks spring ahead, you're going to be back onto your normal schedule, and your child should have adjusted by then. They may still need a few more days or a week to fully adjust, but it's going to help ease them into that transition. Now, if your child is sensitive to changes but not super, super sensitive, if they're kind of in the middle there, then you might be able to do this gradual shift in schedule a little bit quicker. So you might choose to move your schedule back by 15 minutes each day or 20 minutes each day until you have reached the full hour on Saturday night, and then Sunday the clocks spring ahead and you're back to your usual schedule. I hope that makes sense. If you want some more information and sort of like a more graphed out way of how this schedule would work over the following days, like a day-by-day breakdown for you to make it clearer, you can click on the link in the description below and read my blog post about this with a little more detail. But basically you just want to keep consistent with whatever you've been doing. And like I said, whether you choose to do nothing or you choose to do the gradual shift, it can take a week or two for your child to fully adjust to the new time change. And as well, if you don't have time to pre-plan and gradually move your schedule back over the next week until the time change happens, you can actually still do this after the clocks go ahead. So you would do next week, you would move your schedule back, 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes each day until you reach that hour. So it can be done before the change, it can be done after the change, whatever you feel is best for your child. You know them best. So I hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more sleep tips, safety tips, car seat safety tips, activity ideas, and Storytime Sunday is going to be coming up as well, where every Sunday I will be sharing a children's book with you that you might be interested in sharing with your child. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.